Hello everyone, welcome back to another footy video. We're doing a bit of a SuperCoach video today. I'm here with Keon, how are we?
Hello. I'm not too bad. Good week on my side of the table for SuperCoach. What about for you?
Yeah, not good at all. Terrible, if I'm honest. Like start of the round, it was a projected 2,400 and then it's like 500 points off and it's like, what the fuck?
I feel like when the projection just slowly declines, your weekend just gets worse and worse, and then you're just waiting for someone to pop out with a massive score and fix it.
Yeah, and it's obviously when we've got our draft as well,
Exactly.
so I'm having Rosie, but the person I'm playing against had Rosie, so it's like I want him to do good, but not too good. It's you're fighting your feelings. It's terrible.
So how'd you go for the week?
I did pretty shit, if I'm honest. 1961, riddled with injuries and just bad performances from all ends. Top 52%. Went
Yeah,
down
those ones
7,000 ranks. Yeah, just not great.
That really hurt.
Yourself?
2,307 in the top 1% for this round.
Very good.
And broke back into the top 1,000 for this season, so I was pretty happy with that.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And
Yeah.
was hurt by the Tom Green injury, so I mean, if he didn't get injured, could have done even better.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's
So,
enough of our scores. Let's rip into the players that probably made our scores a bit worse. And why don't you tell us about your backline?
So starting off, I had some great starts with Dacos and Wanganeen Miller.
Mhm.
Wanganeen Miller back to good form.
He
115, obviously, and surprisingly with Bonner and Sinclair scoring good. I was surprised that he still scored pretty good. I didn't get to watch the game, but they must have gelled pretty good together that game. And then it just goes downhill from there. Sheasel 73, Elliot Yo with an injury, only scoring 80, Closey 43, which I'm not too angry about, but the D'Ambrosio with a 44 was really disappointing.
Yeah, D'Ambrosio really hurt. We did not like that one. He was on my bench, but he just stopped all of his cash generation.
Yeah, and he had a low break even. If all he needed to do was score a 70 and he would have had that extra 15k
Yeah, exactly.
which could have got me a trade that I can talk about later.
Ooh, I like it. I like to hear
And
that.
then on the bench had Draper 49, back to scoring a little bit better. Still got a bit of cash in him, and Toby Pink scoring 9. So
Well, he was sub, so that always hurts.
yeah, and he scores a good score because he still went up. So
Yeah, true.
he's not. He's
What was his
planning
break
to just
even?
stand there. It would have been negatives because he went up like
Oh wow.
10k, or maybe not 10k, but
Yeah.
he went up 1k. So it would have been negative.
Well, at least if he plays next week, he'll have an all right break even, I'd assume.
No, 56. 'Cause
Oh.
of the 9. Yeah, so he's predicted to go down 12k and he's only 147. So I'm hoping he gets dropped just so I can keep that money just in case.
Oh, that is a bit disgusting right there.
Yeah, no good. I
Uh,
reckon he could score a 56 though.
If he plays the full game, he
Huh.
should be able to.
Yeah,
Who are they
exactly.
playing? They're playing Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Give Jet Walder a bit of a run for his money,
Bit of
maybe.
issues. Yeah. How were your defenders this week?
My defenders were pretty good, I reckon. I had Luke Ryan, 197.
Yeah,
Huge.
great pick.
Had the VC on Dacos 150. I did take that.
Oh, wow.
And then, obviously, you already touched on Sheasel. Nick Martin, 122. Always, he's had a good last couple of weeks. Then, same as Wanganeen Miller, back to his form. And then let down by Matt Roberts, 50, which was... I wasn't upset with it because it was raining. So, obviously, he's known for his marking. I mean, I think he hasn't gone less than 5 marks this whole year, and he had 1 for the game. So, it was raining, not too much pressure on him. And McCartan went down in the first or second quarter.
Yeah.
So he had to play a bigger role player. So don't have too much problem with him. He'll bounce back next week.
Yeah. Did you watch that game?
Not properly, but parts
He
of it.
looked. I don't know if he was injured, but he looked really slow. Like, not normal.
Oh, don't say that.
It could have been the rain, could have been something, but there was a time where the ball was being chased and it was like he was going half the pace of the person chasing it.
Well, hopefully the
But,
rain was just weighing him down a little bit because I
yeah.
don't want to hear that. I'm probably gonna get rid of him next week. If he doesn't
Yeah.
score too good, but I don't know. He's made what 300k, 250k this
Yeah.
season, so he's done me well. And then same as you had D'Ambrosio. I had D'Ambrosio on the bench though. And then I had Will Graham, who's continuously just doing well with a nice little 60. Get like a cash generation, keep ticking over.
That's good.
So I was pretty happy with my backline. They stood up pretty well for me.
Yeah. Got great scores on there. You Elliot Yo in your midfield or just don't have him?
I just don't go Elliot Yo. That's one of the ones I do regret not picking.
Yeah, that's like my Luke Ryan.
Well, yeah, early in the year, I didn't have Luke Ryan. I got rid of Hayden Young and
Yeah.
picked up Luke Ryan, and now I'm not regretting it, but like, if I could have just kept Hayden Young and got rid of someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Luke Ryan's looking like it's going to be all right.
Yeah. I mean, he's averaging
But-
134, so can't be it.
Yeah, he always does this. And then, I don't know, I never have trust in him, but I just need to trust him.
All right, what about your
Yeah.
midfield? How'd they go? I know you had one player go crazy, which you're going to be pretty happy about.
So I've got some good signs and some really bad signs. So first of all, a lot of people didn't have a very good captain week. Everyone had, their VC on Gorn and maybe Walsh or Heaney, not too good. But I had Sarong, 137, so I was pretty happy with my
You take that.
captain option. But everyone else, Sam Walsh, 91, Jordan Dawson, who I just picked up, 94, Petrarca, 94, obviously Tom Green injured 5, Rosie injured 53. But where it all turns around and probably saved me as well is I talked about it on the last pod. And I said, I'm picking up a bit of a pod. He has had a pretty bad season, but I'm really excited. And I've never been more right. So it's something to make me smile and make me, continue playing because I haven't had a great year. But that was Clayton Oliver, 141.
Now, the question is he back in form or was that a bit of a lucky game, you reckon?
Well, he showed spurts in other games, which I forgot to mention. He would have quarters where he would have 13 touches, pretty effective, but just do nothing else in another quarter, which would really affect his scoring. And he was also getting played around in the back line and, but I felt like this was vintage Clayton Oliver. Everything he was doing was like the right decision. He was taking marks. He was kicking sensibly, like not to dump kicks. Well, obviously, we were there. I thought he looked really good. I thought Melbourne looked really good as well.
Well, he had the most marks he's had all season, and
Yeah.
he scored a 141 and gave away 4 free kicks as well. So that's also a positive that he can go better. And he's had 31 touches. He's back to the pig of Clayton Oliver, I reckon.
Oh yeah.
Got to look to get him in, and he's what? He's 476k, like.
Yep. And his break even was
price.
ridiculous. He was projected to go down a ridiculous amount. I remember I said it on the last pod, like his break even was 120-ish.
Yeah.
Which looked completely out of range for
Wasn't going to touch it.
Clayton Oliver, which I said, I'll probably lose money. But what a time to get him in.
It was a very good pickup from you. Definitely saved you, I can tell you that.
Yeah. And then just bench options. Will Graham was my last player on. He was all right with a 59. And then Harvey Thomas and Garcia. Mostly only there. Like, if I could get rid of them, I would. But I've got no boosters. And they're just sitting there. They're playing.
But the money's not coming in as...
Yeah,
proper.
exactly. So they're just kind of sitting there until I can get rid of them.
Yep. I know that feeling. I have the same on my midfield bench as well.
Yep. So how'd you go?
So, same as you, Walsh, Dawson, 91, 94. You had Petrarca with 94. I had Tukamilla with 93. Jack Steele, 112, was my only player in the midfield to score more than 100.
Wow.
Then, Tom Green, bloody messed up the whole team with a 5. Jason Horne-Francis, an 84, lost. I think he lost $1,000 possibly, but gonna hold on to him because if Rosie doesn't play this week, hopefully he can score above 100. Then Bonner.
I think Rosie's been ruled out of the Cats.
Yeah, so if he doesn't play, hopefully Horne-Francis gets a bit more of a role. He definitely saved himself as well with those 2 late goals.
Yeah,
possibly
100%.
could have had 3 for the Horny one, but didn't get there.
Yeah.
And Riley Bonner, 98, was huge. I think you got rid of him last week, didn't you?
Yeah. Like, the only thing that makes that alright is that the person I got rid of him for was Clayton Oliver.
Well, there you go. That makes you feel a little bit better.
Riley Bonner's just done nothing for me the entire year. Cash Gen ran out, and I was like, it's time to go. And as soon as I'd get rid of him, 98, which doesn't sound too good, but considering all terms.
Well, his break-even's gone back down to 64, so I'm pretty happy. He's probably got a week or 2 left in him for money-wise, unless he can bring out another 100, and I'll be pretty happy. And then finally, my last M8 on field, I had Closey with a 43, which he's slowly declining. He started off high.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just 108, 124, 75, 65, 43. Just slowly dropping off.
Really bad first half.
Oh, yeah. He finished with 17 touches, but I reckon he had about 4 or 5 in the first half. Like, he was doing horrible.
Yeah.
So his cash has really dried up.
Yep. Bench options?
Hugo Garcia with a 56. Very nice. Pretty happy with that. I was at the St Kilda game and I was honestly looking in I reckon he got about 3 touches is what I saw. And I went, oh, God, this bloke can have 20. And he somehow managed 56. I was pretty happy. Jai Clark scoring me the 78. Beautiful.
78.
His break-even was 76 as well. So he got there and now he's got a break-even of -1. So hopefully with all the injuries going through the Geelong midfield as well, he's going to score some big scores continuously. And then Jake Rogers, 21. Used the boost on him for Buku Karmas, thinking, he's going to make a bit of money, get me that money. And he just scored a 21 and got owned by Dane Zorko.
At all. Yeah. I'm surprised because Jai Clark really looked out of that side at one point.
He did. I thought he wasn't coming back.
Looked no good, got rid of him and came back. He scored like a 98 recently, didn't he? Or a pretty high score or something like that.
Possibly.
Something that saved him. Yeah.
Yeah, he scored a 60 and a 68 and then the 78 last week. But yeah, he had
That's
2
good.
and 11 the weeks prior to that, obviously being
Yeah.
sub.
Oh wow.
What about your rucks?
Gorn, VC and Sweet. So pretty standard.
So you
Got
did go
Sweet
for
the money.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's what freed up the money for me to upgrade to Clayton Oliver and Jordan Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've only got 1 Primo left in the midfield to upgrade, which I'm pretty happy with. And then Naismith on the bench. Got sub, which I felt like was a little bit stiff considering we didn't have any height. And as soon as he went off, it went to shit. But not saying that he was the, determining factor, but I felt like we could have used him.
Yeah, he still made 50k, so
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that. I'm
Could
just
have been
happy he's
better.
playing. Sweet, I feel like could have scored more. I feel like had some really good moments, showed some good stuff. Still on for 70k, and that's on a projected of 85. So if he could get 100, that'd be awesome. Maybe get my way up to a Meek or just anyone at this point.
who'd you get rid of for Sweet?
Brody Grundy and
that one hurts.
yeah. No, but I knew I said that. See, I don't think I said this on the podcast, but basically, if you look at the stats, and they were playing GWS, right? Everyone that's like a lot of what I looked at was the rucks that play against GWS
Mm-hmm.
score very well. Sorry, Kieran Briggs.
Yep.
And I knew he was going to score well, and I had that in my brain when I made the decision. But I thought, Jordan Sweet, it's his bubble week, and I need Dawson, I want Oliver, and there's only one way I can get some cash down here.
So if if you knew what they're going to score, would you still continue with? Would you still have traded Sweet for Grundy, or would you have kept Grundy?
Nah, 100%. I think I would have. Because Grundy looked really good. I definitely agree that he looked very good. But I'm really... If Clayton Oliver scored really bad, I would have regretted it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Fair
Clayton
enough.
Oliver had a really good week. Dawson he saved himself. And Sweet didn't look bad. If Sweet looked bad as well, that would have probably ruined it for me.
Yeah, Sweet. He looked alright. I mean, Riley O'Brien looked to really run him around the ground. I think that was kind of his objective for the game. He was really working him hard, is what I was watching throughout the game. So, playing Geelong next week, I reckon he'll score pretty well. Geelong don't. I mean, who have they got? Either Conway or
Stanley, is he
Stanley.
playing?
They seem to go between the two of them. Not sure if they've really
Yeah.
picked a ruckman yet, but yeah, I think Sweet will probably dominate them there.
And he looks pretty comfortable as a ruckman. He doesn't look very nervous or he looks like he's there. So I'm hoping that can be alright. How about you? How was your rucks?
Gorn, 111. You said he. I think he's the current only player above 700k as well. I believe. If I'm correct on that.
Must be.
And
yeah,
then,
Heaney's not there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is. The midfielders, no one in the midfield's that expensive. I don't believe Bontempelli's dropped about 120k.
Yeah.
And then Tristan Xerri with a nice little 133. He's been a great pickup this season. And he's just continuously making money. Like, he had a break even of 66 last week. He scores a 133, makes 35k still. And he's got a break even of 88 this week. So he's doing really well for me. And at the moment, he's just looking like a keeper. Like, at this point, I don't really see a reason to get rid of him. English looks to be a little bit unstable at times. And obviously with how bad they're playing, maybe they might drop him. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with Tristan Xerri at the moment.
You'd hope not.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. And then, same as you, Sam Naismith on the bench.
Nice. Very good. I love Xerri. Xerri's a great player.
He's just a fun player to watch. I feel like going out with him, he's one of those blokes that you just know what you're going to get from him each week. Like, he gets tackles as well. Like, I feel like if
he's the leading tackle. Isn't he leading the tackles in the AFL? I'm pretty sure.
Is he?
I think he is.
That's a nice little stat right there.
I could be wrong, but I swear I saw something saying Xerri was leading tackles.
He's second.
Anyways.
James Rosebottom, 68. Tristan Xerri, 65.
So maybe it changed
Over
during the week.
But yeah, he's just a
still
tough
second
nut.
as a ruckman.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, you just know what you're going to get from him each week. You know, he's going to tackle. He gets contested possessions as well, which I don't feel like many ruckmen get. Like, he gets the ball as well. If he can start adding a goal a game as well to his resume, be a very good ruckman, I reckon. He'll definitely help North Melbourne out. He seems to be like the one player at the moment, apart from Sheasel, that you know what you're going to get week in, week out. He's going to try his best.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, forward line. I feel like our forward line should probably be very similar because there's not too many players to pick from.
See, you would think that, but I think I've got some differentials that have done me awfully.
Okay.
But I think you know them as well. So obviously Heaney and Flanders, good scores.
Yep.
Love that from them. 109, 128. Flanders probably could have gone a little bit bigger. Slowed down that second half.
Yeah, put in the midfield.
And then here's where it really slows down for me. Bolton, 36.
Ooh.
Luke Jackson, 86. Sam Darcy, 49. And Charlie Comben, 52. So really just like nothing there, really.
I didn't look, but did Luke Jackson get saved by Sean Darcy being sub? Like, was he on a worse score and he kind of got...
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really. Luke Jackson he kicked a goal. I don't know if he kicked 2 goals. He might have kicked 2 goals. He kicked a goal. I thought from watching the game, I wasn't watching SuperCoach scores, but I thought Luke Jackson looked better than an 86, but he must not have. I thought Sean Darcy was a lot more dominant than him.
He kicked 2 behinds for the game.
Did he kick a goal?
No.
He must have missed an absolute sitter. I think I watched.
He had 15.
Yeah, he had like marks inside the 50. Must have missed them. That would have improved his score. I think he should be kicking a goal a game.
He's almost going to be pushing
Maybe
for 2
even-
goals a game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Or 2, considering his role.
Yeah.
But you had a goal there. Maybe like a 90, 96. I don't know. I'm not loving it at the moment. And then Sam Darcy, 49, which, like, I can't expect too much. Bulldogs had a terrible game. Common, 52. Yeah, I don't know. He was looking for cash gen and then just disappear.
He had that one good game, and everyone went, ooh,
Yeah.
Charlie Comben, and then pretty much from this moment onwards, he's just...
Yeah. He
hidden
was
in
like the
shell.
Toby Pink that Toby Pink didn't end up being.
Well, Toby Pink was never picked, whereas Comben was picked, so people went with him.
Yeah. It was, I don't know, because Common looked really, really good in that first game.
He did, 129. Huge. And it was against Brisbane as well.
Brisbane, 2 massive forwards. You think the ball's always going to go down there. He's always going to have a chance to score big because the ball's always going to be there.
I'm pretty
But
sure in
it
that
just
game he had like
seems-
30 touches as well.
Yeah, like 25 or something.
Yeah,
like
he went
ridiculous.
crazy in that game.
But obviously McKercher taking kickouts must, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a change in game plan. I just think he's getting less of it and not spoiling and marking and yeah, I couldn't tell you. But he's going to disappear this round, so. And then
Ooh,
Big E
he's
and
gone.
yeah, well, he's lost Cash Jan and he's probably the only other person apart from D'Ambrosio that needs to leave. And then Sexton and Biggie didn't play, so that's great.
Yeah, doesn't have the cash gen.
Yeah, but I can always move people around because Sexton's got DPP, and yeah. So how about your forwards?
Well, the first 2, same as you. Heaney, 109. Flanders, 128. Heaney's slowly
Nice.
declining a little bit.
Yep.
Then I had the double whammy of Zorko in my classic and in my draft with a nice little 160.
Yeah. Wow.
And he just kept giving it to him as well. Like, he just kept on getting every second touch. Just bang, he'd get the ball. Just kick after kick after kick in that second half. It was hilarious. I loved
wasn't
it.
it like 36 kicks or something?
Yeah, I think he equaled the record for most kicks in a game, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he just kept getting kicks, and I was loving it. I was getting so excited. So 160 was huge from him. McRae, an 81. Definitely saved himself in that second half. He kind of had more of a tagging role.
Yep.
On Giant Newcomb, but in that first half he really struggled. I think he was on 20 in that first half, and I was going, "Oh, come on, Jack, come on, don't get dropped, do something." But hopefully with
It looks
Liver,
good when he had CBAs.
well, yeah, when he's there, like he's a pure ball getter.
Yeah.
So if he just gets the ball, then like we know what he's gonna
Yeah.
do. Hopefully with Liver being out for the indefinite future, as Bulldogs are saying, he will continue to play. But Bevo, Bulldogs are struggling at the moment. Is he gonna get the sack?
What happened to Libbo? Was that when he got his head cut open?
Yeah, so he's got his head cut open. Obviously, 2 concussions in the matter of 3 weeks. So he's ruled out indefinitely by the Bulldogs at the moment. Definitely won't
Oh,
play
wow.
next week. They don't reckon he'll play in 2 weeks' time. Is his career up in the air? Not sure. Find out in a couple days when we talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah,
That's
injury list.
That's a nice little ad for us right there.
Yeah, it's good. The proper big review.
Yeah. Harley Reid with a 59. We didn't really. I assume you wouldn't have because we were together. But we didn't really get to watch the Essendon West Coast game. So we didn't really do much. I think he had the 14 touches, didn't kick a goal, and then he came off in the last quarter. What did he do? We couldn't work out if he
I think it was cramps.
It was cramps.
I think it was cramps.
Yeah, we couldn't work out if it was
Yeah.
cramps or he had done the hammy.
It looked like a hammy.
Oh, he was running and he was kind of limping towards the ball. I can't remember who was chasing it, and then he got into a bit of a stride and started chasing him. And then, he just pulled up, and I was like, oh no, Harley's done his hammy. Like, this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
But he kept
'cause
playing.
he went off, and then he came back on, so he should be all right.
Yeah.
And then I had Sean Darcy as my emergency, obviously, because I did the captain loophole with Manor, and Darcy scored the 49, as you said. And then Garcia on the bench with the 66.
Yeah, nice. Oh, Riley Garcia.
Riley Garcia. Yeah, so I've got the both Garcias.
Yeah.
Don't think there's any relation between the two of them.
Yeah.
But they're both making me my money, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's good. How about the trades? What are you thinking?
Well, D'Ambrosio's gone. I'm getting him out of the team. He can get the nice little flick and... I don't know. He just... Yeah, what's going on with D'Ambrosio? I don't know. I mean... Sam Mitchell seemed to
It's
be
almost
liking
like-
him in the first couple of rounds, and then now he was rested, he was subbed, and then I was looking at the bench, and he missed like the last 18 games of the last 18 minutes of the game again. So whatever it is, Mitchell does not trust him in crunch time.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a niggle because obviously selected as emergency, like in the extended bench, and then as emergency after that, like injury apparently managed or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So whether it's injury or can't be trust, but I think also the fact that Hawthorn were playing good football didn't really help.
Mm-hmm.
So probably was seeing a lot less. Also, I think it's a pretty bad matchup for him in the back line.
Yeah.
Against the Bulldogs. Big tall forwards in Sam Darcy, Jamara, and Norton.
I don't know.
He match up on Garcia or, Bailey Williams.
But whatever, he's gone. I don't care. This bloke is pissing me off a lot. So he can go move a couple magnets around, and I'll bring in my favourite boy, Darcy Jones.
Nice.
Break even of negative 61, if I'm correct, I believe it is. And then probably going to get rid of Sam Darcy, depending on how Tom Green pulls up. If Tom Green doesn't pull up, I'll get rid of Tom Green and pick up Marcus Bontempelli. If Sean Darcy, if Green does pull up, then I will get rid of not Sean Darcy, Sam Darcy. And probably looking to pick up a nice little pot of Dylan Moore at the moment. I'm liking how he's looking. He's getting 20 touches, kicking a goal a game. I think he's averaging his last 3 rounds 120. You're pretty happy with him in your draft.
Yeah, love that pickup. 25 and 3 this week, and just looked unreal. Like hit them on the tits,
Yeah, he just looks good going inside 50.
Yeah, 100%. So love that pickup at the moment.
And what about yourself?
So yeah, D'Ambrosio, he's definitely leaving the side. That's for sure.
He's horrible.
Off the trot, as they say. And then probably Charlie Comben.
Mm-hmm.
And I might look to pick up someone I've already dropped, which just seems ridiculous. But forward is coming really low, and he seems to be taking the kick-outs and getting a lot more time, a lot more, of the football. And that's Colby McKercher.
Yes, he's looking really good for you. Was it 2 games over 100 and two? They're both those games more than 25 touches as well, I believe.
Yep. And break even of negative 61. So projected to go up 60k, and that's off a projected 60. So if he can push that to 100, he can make some real money. And obviously with the trade system, the amount of trades I've got, the chances are I'll be able to go sideways. Obviously my trades will differ depending on Tom Green and Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to wait any longer on Rosie, if I'm honest. Because he's also pissing me off.
Yeah, sideways him.
But D'Ambrosio has to go, and then I don't know about Comben, but I've got no boosters left.
Both of us got no boost.
So I'm going to have to either, depending on Rosie, I've got a lot of extra leftover cash, so I'm either gonna have to sideways or just leave him there and pray for a Harvey Thomas 100, or a Were 100. But
Well, we
yeah,
need
just
some
still
cash,
thinking about my
rookies.
trades.
Rookies, can you please bring us some cash, because
Oh yeah.
I would love some primos in my team. Some extra primos would go nice.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I feel for the people with Nat Fife as well.
Oh, just how do you have 37 touches in a game and get made the sub?
Get the sub. Yeah, you would think the job security would be perfect
Oh,
for him.
It's just people. Oh, actually, I'm gonna look at this quickly. I want to know how many people brought him in.
You would have to think he would be injured, surely.
I just think, like, no disrespect, but it was against Richmond. I reckon they were just looking to give him a rest, but still play him type of thing.
Did you see the Dusty and Dusty and him moment?
I did. I didn't watch the game. I did hear bloody what's her name, Callie Underwood, talking about those two on each other.
God, that was just awful.
What do you say? Haven't Richmond fans been put through enough this year?
Yeah, I know. We really need that. We didn't need that from them.
Oh, Callie Underwood, she is something else.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Nat Fife didn't look good at all.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen there. It seems a bit of an odd combination, but I guess we'll have to find out, hey?
Yeah, and just a quick one. Bailey Dale. If anyone picked him up when they played St Kilda, you know what? Good on you, because he's gone 175, 132, 116.
Wow.
He
would be an ultimate pot as well, considering
huge.
The sub, like the job security. No one would have expected him to be, in the side playing. So,
well, that week that he scored the 175, he was owned by 0.4% of teams.
Wow.
And then he's now at 9.8. So people are picking him up slowly. But I feel like, if you haven't got him yet, you've almost missed the bandwagon. Like, there's no point in trying to pick him up anymore.
100%. Unless you're picking him as a primo, you're too late.
Yeah. There's just no point. You're not making money on him. Like, you're picking him and you're sticking with him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty. I think that is SuperCoach done for the week this week. And if we have any other news about it, we'll obviously chuck it into the main podcast that will come out later this week. But from my side of it, thank you very much, guys. Will?
Yep, no worries. Good to chat.
Alright. I hope everyone enjoys. Follow the socials. We're going to get some TikToks out this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Maybe get Will's Clayton Oliver pick out there, because that was one of the picks for the ages, I reckon. And
yeah,
that's us signing off for this week, I guess.
Yeah, we'll definitely send us through some questions and some thoughts on how you think we went and trades, and let us know. Love to have a chat to everyone, and might set up a poll on the Twitter. So stay tuned.
Sounds very good. Thank you.
Perfect. See you guys.